Look, today's show is called Before the Meltdown. Clink. Cheers from Vienna. It looks like a 50-50 bar during the daylight. You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show live from Vienna, the king of lo-fi. Sunlight goes down every day. That's when Lydia starts to play. A lot of ways to hide. Someone will help her to decide. The dance is on, she's having a parade. Music's playing, problems start to fade. Why can't this night not end? Seems like she could really use a friend. Baby says it's alright. Baby says tonight's the night. She won't never back down. It's too late. Baby says it's alright. Baby says tonight's the night. She won't never back down. It's too late. It's too late. Trashed out, the room begins to fail. Looks like tonight she cannot win. Holding eyes, she finds it almost dies. Realize and then begin to cry. Baby says it's alright. Baby says tonight's the night. She won't never back down. It's too late. Baby says it's alright. Baby says tonight's the night. She won't never back down. It's too late. It's too late. Let's keep attention. Lydia just got back by the studio. She won't give up, she won't back down. Mosquitoes flying all around. The taxi driver smiles and says, get in. Lydia thinks her home is not the end. Sometimes we all gotta take a stand. Stuck in the middle, never see the plan. Lydia says it's alright. Lydia says tonight's the night. She won't never back down. It's too late. Lydia says it's alright. Lydia says tonight's the night. She won't never back down. It's too late. 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 You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show, the king of lo-fi. Oh, check this out. This is gonna be good. Perfect timing. Hello, baby.
Hi, Daddy. Are you making a show?
Yeah. Nobody can see you, but they can hear your voice.
You said you were making one at 6:30 p.m.
Correct. But today I'm breaking the rules because Isabella's not here.
Oh, I thought it was 6:30 p.m. where you were. So.
No, 6:30 p.m. your time. But I'm breaking the rules right now. I saw you guys at church.
3 a.m. I can't read that.
Nana, what is that?
It's something about Me getting the best of the best art show.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'll read it a little bit too.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's so bright.
Congratulations to your child. She was selected to represent Garden Elementary at the 2019 Best of the Best South Center Art Show. The show runs from now to May 16th at the Venice Art Center. And there's a recognition ceremony for the show on Wednesday from 5 to 7 at the Art Center. So isn't that something?
Veronica, I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. That's a great award.
Yeah. She's going to be in with the big boys. Big girls.
And the big girls, yeah, exactly. Veronica, hold on. What painting was it that you drew to get accepted?
Why is everyone keep asking me this? I don't know.
I know, because you make a lot of paintings. I know.
I don't remember which picture.
I know. I make a lot of songs too, and sometimes people say, "Hey, that was a great song." I was like, "Which one?" So you're definitely running in the family here, and hey, that's awesome. So Wednesday you get an award ceremony again. You're getting awards like every month. You got the golden paintbrush last month.
Oh, I used that golden paintbrush.
Does it work?
Because I helped painting with my mom, and I'm like, wait, is this my golden paintbrush when I already used it? And I'm like,
That's awesome. That's awesome. So number one, how long are you staying for? Do you know?
I do know that I'm not getting picked up.
Okay. So it's up to you. Here's the other question I have for you. Do you want to say something like really important to my show?
No.
I like your dress. That looks like a perfect Sunday church dress.
Oh, I actually have a story about this dress.
Okay, tell me the story about the dress.
So, like, I got this dress, and there was another dress, and it was like this, and it was pink.
Uh-huh.
And we got both of them. We got this one and the pink one.
Uh-huh.
But actually, we got an 8, and it looked like a 10. And now this is a 6, 7.
No, it's a beautiful dress. You look very, very.
And it was like, it like showed my nipples. It was like so big. It was like, it's like
No, that's too big. Yeah, if it goes that far down, it's too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one is beautiful. You look very ladylike. I know you're a young girl. You're a young lady. You're 8 years old. But you're a very, very pretty girl. That much is true. Not only do I love you because you're pretty, that's just the way God made you, right? Nobody can change that. I mean, you can change your hair or you can put on a dress, but you're what? This is a grown-up word. What does the word soul mean?
Like your insides?
Correct. Your insides are what God made you. God gave you your brains. God gave you the talent to be a great artist, to be a singer, to be really good at mathematics. But I'm mostly proud of you because I think you're cool. I think you're cool. I like you. I love you. I like you. I love you. I like you. I mean, I can say that like a million times. And yes, you have daddy's hair.
Yeah. Elma always says that I have thick hair. I kind of don't like it because it hurts when people brush it.
Yeah, no. I look, Veronica. I'll tell you the daddy's trick. I'll do it right now. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's how
Oh
how
my gosh, your hair is long.
here's how we brush our hair. We do it with our hands. Nobody has to do it. Do it by yourself.
I always want to do that, but my mom always takes a brush and brushes it. I'm like,
No.
you're hurting me. She's like,
No.
it actually hurts even more. Like,
And you're supposed to pull out like 100 pieces of hair every day. Look. I don't know if you can see this. Probably not. That's a bunch of hair.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I can't count.
So
I have long hair.
I know, but here's how you take care of your hair. What's it?
Like, did you have short hair when you were a kid?
Yeah. Nana always gave me. They call it a bowl cut, like a cereal bowl, and so it was always like super short. Yeah.
So you put a bowl on your head and then they cut from there?
Correct. That's called a bowl cut.
What?
I didn't like it, but
it was like to here?
yeah, totally short.
What the hell?
Totally short. But this. Look, I worked with famous hairdressers before when I was doing big record deals and all this stuff. And I'm a rock and roll guy, and they told me only wash your hair once a week and never use a hairbrush.
That's what I do. I only take a shower once a week unless
once a week.
We're having a trip.
And never use a hairbrush and never use a hair dryer. Hair dryers are bad for the hair. Just let it dry. In Florida, you're lucky. It doesn't really matter. But
I used to have a hairbrush. I mean, a hair dryer. I used to use it, but now I don't really want to do it because it's so loud.
It's loud.
I did it when we went in Michigan. So
girlfriend, when you're up north, that's different. But in Florida, just let it dry naturally, and never use a hairbrush. Use your fingers. Watch Daddy. I'm using all 10 fingers, right? And just go through the hair. No, from the scalp, from the top of the head.
But that's gonna make my bangs all weird.
Maybe. It doesn't matter. Nobody can see you except for me. Yeah. That's how you brush your hair.
I don't like this. My hair's all weird.
No, whatever. Your mother's in charge of your haircuts. When you get older, this is what happened to me at least. Because I had very short hair when I was younger, and then when I got older, I told my mom, Nana, I says, look, I don't want to cut my hair anymore. So then I started to have long hair, and I got earrings, and I did all that stuff. When are you going to get earrings?
I want to get earrings, but there's this like little kid, like 3 or something, and she has earrings.
Do you want to have earrings?
There's like a baby.
Do you want to have earrings?
Yes.
Then talk to your mother about it. You can go to the mall and you can do it at the mall and all that stuff. It doesn't hurt and it takes like 2 seconds.
My mom said I was gonna get My mom said I was gonna get it when I was 6.
I know, and it's
actually 7.
I know, and now you're 8. So, reminder. I think, to be honest with you, I think earrings are pretty. Do I look silly with a long earring?
Let me see. I'm playing on Elm right now.
Okay. I like earrings on girls and a guy, but some people don't like earrings, so that's fine. But if you want to have them, you're old enough.
Yeah, if a baby can have one, then definitely I can have one.
I knew a baby who was 1 year old, and they had earrings in London, and that was normal. So it's. Although some people said, "Oh, it's too young to have earrings." I know Nana doesn't like earrings, and Grampy doesn't like earrings. Aunt Jill doesn't like earrings. Uncle Jim doesn't like earrings. I do.
Everybody in my class has it.
I think
like almost everyone.
Yeah.
Even my best friend has one.
That's what I'm talking about. I talked to your mother about it. She can sort it out. You go to the mall one day with her and take.
Nana, I need you. Would you spilled on my leg and on the pillow and the chair?
Whoops.
No, I was drinking and then it got my foot. I'm bleeding. Oh
You're not bleeding. It looks like blood, baby, because it's fruit juice you're drinking.
no. It's all sticky.
Yeah, I believe that. Can
It's sticky.
You didn't get it on the computer.
if it's
No,
real,
I only got it on this in the car.
Veronica, if it's really sticky, you need water. Get water from the sink and use the Bounty.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good.
You need water?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I like hair ties. I like to tie my hair up, but it's super long right now. Isabella says she likes me with short hair, and I says this year I'm going to let my hair grow long.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to save money. Every time you get your hair cut, it costs money, right? You got to pay. Even professional hairstylists have to pay somebody to cut their hair because it's really difficult to cut your hair by yourself. I know I tried it one time. Didn't look good. I said, I'll do it myself. It didn't look good. You would have to work with mirrors and all that stuff. So when you have this award ceremony on Wednesday, are you going to go with Nana or are you going to go with Mommy? I hope somebody takes with Nana.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, somebody should bring a phone and take pictures or a tablet and take pictures, okay? I want to see the pictures of you accepting the award. I mean, I can think about it in my mind and go, look, Veronica, already I'm a very, very proud father. I'm so proud of you. Your artwork is outstanding, which is why you're winning awards, and it gives me pleasure. I think you got that. That's from Nana's side of the family. That's from the McInnes side. I got the music from Nana, but you got the music and the art. You're like Connor and Kira, and you know Uncle Jim's artwork is really good, isn't it? You definitely got the art bug, and I think it's great. And I like what you wrote to me the other day, that your tooth fell out.
Yeah.
That's cool. Baby teeth fall to the ground. You're getting older. Oh no! How can I slow down this process? Should I keep you as an 8-year-old, or are you going to turn 9 in December?
9.
That's 1 year next to double digits, 10.
Yay!
Veronica, you're getting close to turning into a teenager.
Yay!
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that means you have. Okay, that means you have to. You don't have to do anything, but that means you have an opportunity to get a job. What job do you want to get when you're a teenager?
Like either like a painter or an animal shelter person.
Animal shelter person. I think that's a great job. A lot of my friends like to do stuff like that. It's amazing that, and it's when I say amazing, I mean it's kind of sad that for some reason a lot of people don't like to keep their animals, and they put it into an animal shelter, and they wait for people to adopt a cat or a dog or whatever, a bird or a turtle. Both things are nice, and it helps everybody on the planet. Whether you're making a piece of art, people like to look at your art, or whether you're helping out animals. Everybody loves animals. I thought you were going to say you want. I thought you were going to say you want to be a rock star like Daddy. I'm glad you have evolved into a painter and anime rescue. I think those are both great jobs.
Hello. Oh, I thought it froze.
What? Are you on Animal Jam now?
Uh-oh, I can't hear you.
You don't hear me anymore?
I can't hear you. I'm going to call you back.
Okay, call me back. You're watching the Black and Fitzpatrick Show, the king of lo-fi. I'm together with my daughter. And she's great. Okay, how do I make this work? I'm working with the tablet. And I got a phone over here, and I got a laptop, which is about to die. That's why I call my show Meltdown or whatever, for anybody who's watching. I'll have to check. Is anybody here? I'm sorry, I wasn't reading any chat. I'll turn the chat on now. I got three people watching. Hi, guys. No, it's just 4 watching. I got the Lion King. I got FLS. I got JB in the house. I'm together with my daughter. She just came back from church with my mother. Hello to my lurkers. Thank you, Lion King. Congratulations to your daughter. No, I'm a really proud daddy. My daddy hormones are like crazy glue right now. It's like she's winning art awards like once a month and stuff for being a painter, and I'm like, that's super, super cool. And look. This is I'm trying to do a warm-up show for Harley Girl and Elle. They go on in about 2 hours in a couple of minutes. And so I'm doing a warm-up show here because the walrus isn't here. And I thought, hey, my daughter's coming back from church. So I thought, this is going to be perfect. I'll put her on my show. And she said she was going to call me back. Oh, no. Am I getting blown off from my daughter? Impossible. No, the fun thing about look, a lot of people like to make fun of the internet. That's fine. Good. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, JB, for the clarification. And we'll join each other on that chat and stuff. But look, I'm on my 3rd beer. I'm in a great mood. The walrus has been gone since yesterday. And she's going to come back probably a little bit later. Hi, Walrus, if you're watching me. She might be one of the lurkers. What's Blackie doing? Putting his daughter on his show. Oh, that's the type of thing we like in the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show. Voice only. I don't want to get in trouble. This show is PG-13. Number 1. Number 2, just be cool. I had a bunch of new people joining my show yesterday. Not a bunch, but okay, a few. And D-Mark. He said it was from Sweden or something. I just finished post-producing all the shows that I did yesterday. Hey, Elena. She says, she says, it's me lurking. I'm cooking. That's okay. I'm like a radio show. No, I modded JV. I modded D-Mark. I watched it because half the time when I'm doing a show, I can't really read the chat. You know what I'm talking about. And he asked good questions. Joan came in and she was like, why are you grilling Blackie? And I'm like, I like to be grilled. Medium. I don't want to get burnt. I don't want Philadelphia style. I don't want to be seared. I like medium. That's a pretend scratch. I'm trying to think about something. My mother likes medium rare. How does everybody else like their steak? I'm waiting for my daughter to call me back. She might not. No, Elaine, I had a great time with you yesterday, and thank you so much again. If anybody watched my show on Facebook, and if this thing crashes, I'm going to go onto Facebook. And if you're not Facebook friends with me, do it now. Alec Whittier, the page that you're watching. My goal is to get 1,000 subscribers. Impossible. Thank you, JB, for telling me your trick. You pre-recorded. YouTube changed the policy, so here we go. My daughter's back live. Hello, baby.
Hi.
You're still live on my show.
I know.
Is Nana watching the show?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Hi, Nana. Okay. So how do we look? Your father, me. I'm in the job of entertaining people. How do we entertain people? No, it's a good question. And you're right. I don't know either. I'm still working on this. I'm 50 years old, but I'm trying to be an entertainer. And now you're on my show, so it's like, and it's only our voices. Nobody, most of the people don't even look at my face either. It's kind of like a radio show. You listen to the radio when you're in the car with Dana, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people are talking like crazy. They're talking all the time. Do you want to like give me a talkie show?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's part of the fun of this stuff.
What?
One of my good buddies, he also does live streams himself. He's from Massachusetts, and he says, "Hi, Veronica."
Okay.
No, a lot of people from Massachusetts like to watch my show, maybe because I was born in Framingham, Massachusetts. I think that's part of it. And people from Massachusetts, like Connor and Kira, your cousins, they're super cool. Okay, let's play a game. What rhymes with the word time? I know I can hear you clicking on that keyboard. Find me a rhyme with the word time.
Rhyme.
You're correct. Okay, find another word that rhymes with time. So time, rhyme. Give me another one.
Dime.
Dime. Very good. And another one. That's 3. Rhyme, time, dime. Can you find a 4th one? I can think about at least 5 more. Rhyme, dime, time. What else?
Wait, did you say time already?
Rhyme, time, dime. Those are 3. Can you find 3 more?
Chime. Chime.
Chime. Very good. My chat is doing pretty good. They also said chime. It's a musician word. Okay. What? Okay. Rhyme, dime, time, chime. What else rhymes with that? Okay, you're multitasking. I understand that part. For some reason, Daddy's brain works this way. Every time I hear a word, I think of all the things that rhyme. This is how songwriters write music and stuff. We always like to put a rhyme in once in a while. Dime is something I never would have thought about. Chime is good. rhyme, time, dime, chime. What's next? I'm reading the chat here right now. I'm talking to the Lion King. Just to let you know, for Elena, it is actually evening. We got the chat here going, and we got Elena. She's from Moscow, Russia. Do you know where Russia is, Veronica?
What?
Where is the country Russia?
What? I cannot.
Okay. No, we're learning how to do maps. Do you know where Austria is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm
On the
sick.
other side of the world.
Yeah, on the other side of the world, correct. And Russia is pretty close to Austria. But I'm 6 hours away from you on the clock. And Russia is 7 hours away from you on the clock. But you know what? To be honest with you, I think, and Nana likes to talk about this subject matter a lot. It's all about time. Speaking of rhyme and dime and chime, but time is. Hold on, we talked about this before. What does the now mean? Well, in your case, the now means typing. There's three different subjects. It's the past, present, and future. So the present is called now, right? The future is what you're going to do in 1 second. I took a guess. Yeah, typing. The past is what you did yesterday. Okay, I'm going to come in and say rhyme, dime, time, chime. Here's a good one. Fine. So, for example, you have thick hair. You do not have fine hair. My chat is talking about the two different definitions that come first to one's mind. Time is like the clock, but time is also a spice. Have you ever heard about that, Veronica? It's called T-H-Y-M-E, thyme. It's really good with potatoes. Here's another word that rhymes with time. At least when you're singing a song, you can say lion, which means lying, or the animal lion. Fine, lion. There's another one, lion. There's a beautiful song written by Simon and Garfunkel. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Have you heard that song, Veronica? I wish I could play it. I can only sing it. It's a beautiful song. So line, lion, lying, fine, dime, chime. These are all rhymes.
I'm bored.
You're bored?
Mm-hmm.
No, I believe you. Do you want to say the magic words? Girlfriend, it's up to you. You can say the magic words if you wanted.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, babes. Press red. That's the type of thing we like on the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show. The king of acceptance. I taught my daughter the magic words. I love you, Daddy. Look, this is not a real show. Okay, it is. The walrus isn't here. Happy Sunday to everybody. I'm a warm-up show for Harley Girl and L. Wake up. No. Look. Knock on everybody's door and say, subscribe to Alec Whittier. He wants to go live on his brand new Samsung device that my mom sent me. Hi, Mom, if you're watching. The Blackie Fitzpatrick Show is about acceptance. It's about agility. Press thumbs up before you leave. Show some common decency. Clink. Cheers from Vienna. Well, I got my daughter to talk to me for 25 minutes. That's pretty cool. Now she's getting older, and I'm so proud of her. I'm really, really super proud of her. Veronica, you're the best. In my book, no, and I saw what you wrote, Elena. You said you're welcome, but thank you so much, girlfriend. Elena comes in. I love men cooking too. Look, I'm more of a grill guy, but I also like to saute. I'm okay with the oven. I'm a pizza specialist. I'm really good at pizza. Saves much time for me. That's funny. No, I love cooking. Look, I'm not Anthony Bourdain, but maybe. Look, I'm definitely not. I'm going to say it in the different words now. I'm definitely not Anthony Bourdain. Are there similarities between his character and mine? Maybe. Ask me if I care. I do like to get produced. Bourdain got produced. No, look, Bourdain was my man until he peed me off. This whole suicide thing in a hotel room, in a 5-star hotel, as a multi-millionaire with a family. I don't understand that part. That's where I was like, huh? Well, the dude, man, he let me down. I'll be honest with you. I was actually, for about 2 weeks, I was like, huh? You did what? As soon as he went to CNN, he went nuts or cuckoo. That's a true story, actually. That's my conclusion. Somebody pushed the wrong buttons on his channel. And I loved his show. His show was great. Especially when he was smoking and drinking and stuff. I was like, this guy's super cool. Then he quit smoking. Big mistake. He quit at 50. Look, I'm 50. I'm still smoking. I'm not going to go nuts or cuckoo in a 5-star hotel. Hey, Regin. I'm not going to turn into Anthony Bourdain. I made a promise to myself. As famous as I am, look, if the show turns off, it means my computer overheated. Then I'm going to go on to Facebook, at least until maybe I'll go on the streets. It's still a little bit rainy and dark outside here, although it looked like a 50-50 bot. You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show, co-sponsored by Sigmund Freud. Look, I'm a warm-up show for Harley Girl and L. Plus, there's nothing good on TV. Correct, Lion King. Look, I'm a Christian. Anthony Bourdain is an atheist. He got so stuck into like going mental. What's the story? He hung himself, and this is PG-13, but it's disgusting. And that's where I felt like he let me down because I actually loved the guy. I thought I loved him. Looks like the guy, look, he's a former crackhead and all that stuff. So something got screwy in his brain. But he definitely is not a Christian. Christians never even say the word suicide. Okay, that's a fact. Press thumbs up before you leave. The show is not religious, but I am a Christian. Hello to my lurkers. Lurkers, do not be intimidated by all of the blue wrenches. All you need to do is come in, and somebody will check you out. And then please talk to me first before you kill anybody. And then everybody can write to me and all that stuff through Facebook. And and we'll check it out. But I'm doing a new trick here. And I'm not going to say it out loud yet until I have decided that it works. But I'm trying a new trick here. And I want, look, please join the chat. I know YouTube, my YouTube numbers are like, they go up and down and up and down. People go, what's up with this guy? You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show live from the Blackie Fitzpatrick Library Studio, situated in the 10th district of Vienna, Austria. Yeah, I'm from Boston. Born in Framingham, Massachusetts. Go figure. I'm a musician. I got stuck in the city of music. I'm an international world traveler, just like Anthony Bourdain, except I'm a Christian. Lion King comes in. He says, I love his books, yet everyone is flawed in some way. I'm not. I'm perfect because I accept. Acceptance is the key to perfection. If I want to beat myself up, that's what Bourdain did. What was going on in his mind? What pills was he taking? How screwy was he? Great entertainer. Mr. World Traveler, Mr. Cooking Expert. I come from a poor family from New York. Or was he from Jersey? I can't remember. I think it was from Jersey. And I turned myself into a multi-millionaire, and I got this, and I'm super famous. And he tops himself. Give me a break. That really let me down. JB's more of the conspiracy theory guy, but I also thought about that too, or somebody killed him. I have no idea. Okay, I wasn't there in the room. God only knows. The Beach Boys. I have no idea, but it's totally weird. This cool guy, one of the best shows on television, I'll be honest with you. I don't care what network he was on. He was on 3 of them. He started on the cooking show or travel show, and then did CNN. That was the big league. And CNN started to go, wow. And then all of a sudden, the police report found him dead in Paris, France. Give me a break. I don't understand any of this stuff. Well, the story is that he topped himself. Doesn't make any sense to me. Look, doesn't make any sense to me. When I heard that story, I was like, huh? He was on drugs since he was forever. And I'm sure he was on pills. No, he was on the psychiatric stuff, and his brain just went, I'm going to hurt my wife. I'm going to hurt my kids. I'm going to hurt all of my millions and millions of fans and top myself. Huh? That's the way you're going to go out? I'm sorry, I'm turning into a JB rant. But when I heard that story, I was just like, come on, man. Give me a break. I'm a Christian. He was an atheist who took drugs. Clink, cheers from Vienna. That's right. Yeah. He was from New York, and he died in France. So I'm pretty close. I'm trying to remember which borough he was from in New York, where he was born. But he talks. Look. Elena told me the other day that I sound like Anthony Bourdain. You know what? Maybe I am. I'm the reincarnation. He died so I could live. No, I talk about this. This is my show is PG-13, and you're allowed to talk about adult subject matters. But when I was younger, I know I've said this story before on my show, but when I was younger in Boston, I used to work for the suicide hotline. And I got trained about how to talk to people who were suicidal and to talk them down and to get them to rethink. And it's just amazing that all the people around him, because he had producers, he had managers, he had PAs, he had everybody around. He had a team, right? And nobody knew that he was going to top himself. Doesn't make any sense. The signs. Look, there's signs I might sing Sinatra. I have 9 people watching. Hi, guys. I'm the warm-up show for Harley Girl and L. Dark Side Harley and L. No, look. He in his 20s, he was a crack addict. That much is true. He said it in his books. Oh, well. And then he broke free from it. But once you're a crack addict, you kind of like never cocaine and crack. And it's kind of the same thing. That's what I thought. Yeah. I knew he had a Jersey thing. But he had a problem in his 20s. He was working in the kitchens and everyone's taking drugs and all that stuff. Yeah, I thought it was Jersey. Look, I know who the guy is. I don't look like him. Some people say I sound like him or I act like him with my persona. Maybe I do. I don't really care. Am I an international world traveler who likes to cook? Yes. I have 2 things in common with him. The one thing I don't have in common with him is that I'm a Christian. Thank you for bringing that point up, Lion. Because it's like, it's not even an option. Give me a break. It's like struggle. If one is in something, then go with the flow and go with the struggle. How could anybody get to the point? I don't understand this part. It wasn't like he overdosed on drugs or anything. They said they found him hanging. How could Anthony Bourdain hang himself? Okay, I have to change the subject. I'm getting wound up. Press thumbs up before you leave. You're watching the Black Respect Show, the king of lo-fi. I'm trying to slip a show in here before Harley Girl and L's show. And the Walrus ain't here, so I can do this stuff. Yeah. And Lion King knows a little bit about the industry. And I was a waiter. I was in front of the house. But I knew all the guys in the back of the house. I'll tell you, I'm not an expert about what was going on in the back of the house, but the guys who were running the show seemed to be just like they drink beer and stuff. They were pretty cool. And the people who were the servers seemed to be, everybody was on Oxycontin. I'm exaggerating to prove a point. At least 30% were on pills. Not good. Not good. A lot of drug dealing going on and stuff, and a lot of people passing hands and money and pills, and not good. I never saw anybody do H. That's hardcore. Dude, man, what restaurant were you working in? Raging has the answer. People didn't listen to enough ABBA. Correct. No, that's true. I'll be honest with you. I'm 50 years old, and I never saw anybody do H in my life. Maybe that's a good thing. You saw everything. Lion says he's been in the industry for 30 years. I only worked for 3.5 years. I saw a lot of stuff, but I never saw H. I've seen a lot of drunks, going back to what JB said. I've seen a lot of alcoholics and drunks and party time and weird stuff, which I'm not going to say because my show is PG-13, but you're allowed to talk about adult subject matter because it's a reality. Look, I'm a cigarette smoker. I'm not promoting cigarettes. She show. I got these are my filter papers. This is what they do in Europe. When you buy a pack of cigarettes, you buy this. This is called John Player Special. 1/3 in the bottom, and 2/3 is propaganda. And I'll translate the German for anybody who doesn't speak German. It says that if you smoke, this is the lady. The doctor just told her you can't get pregnant, so she's crying. She's with her husband. Oh no, we have to adopt. Oh, they're doing angel dust. Okay, that's something different. No, I've seen angel dust around, but I never saw anybody jack up. I'll be honest. Angel dust has something different. No, I know you're lying. Look, we mellow with age. You're 5 years younger than me. There's nothing wrong with wacky tobacco. So Elena gets the same signs in Russia. You get impotent. That's what it says. Yeah. I like these ones because it's funny. They're actors, by the way. This is not real. I know my hand. I'm moving a little bit. It says smoking minimalizes your fertility. I'm translating German here right now. Anybody can read German? I think I did a pretty good translation. But look, I don't pay attention. I do actually. You know what? It bothers me. That's why I put different pictures on my. This is my tobacco, and I put my own pictures on there. Yeah, I know. There's got billions. No, exactly. The Lion King. I know. You're allowed to use the word junk. I have no problems with my junk either. Okay, this whole thing is a myth. It's a lie. Okay, I'm going to get banned for saying this probably. Now my computer's going to turn up. The whole thing is like, give me a break. What's the other one say? There's two of them here. This one's also a lie. I'm going to take out the plastic so it doesn't get a glare. I'm trying to be professional here. Here's the other one. I love this picture. Okay, this is a pack of cigarettes I bought for Isabella, all right? It says if the parents smoke, the child will smoke. Incorrect. I started smoking. Both my parents never smoked. That's a lie. The whole thing is a lie. The European Union is like pushing out rubbish stuff. You can't have a real cigarette package anymore. Oh, Joe Campbell's too cool. Yeah, a picture of a kid. Look. This is a lie. My parents never smoked. Guess what? My brother, my sister, and myself started smoking. It had nothing to do with, oh, if you smoke, you're going to screw up your kid's life. It's a lie. Press thumbs up before you leave. It's a lie. All this stuff is, okay, I can swear in a foreign language. All that stuff is bollocks. That's a British swear word. I can say that one. It's rubbish. Okay, that's not a swear word. Although if you say that to certain people in England, you could get in trouble. It's so funny, the language. I'll tell you. You got to figure out your surroundings, figure out where you're from, figure out where you're going to, figure out how do the locals, the yokel locals speak. Yeah, okay, you know what I'm talking about, Lion King. This stuff is a joke. Okay, good. I went from Anthony Bourdain into smoking. I got to go somewhere else. No, it is a serious pack of smokes. This is what, look, when you come to Europe, this is what they do. You buy a pack of normal cigarettes. Only one, it's a law. Only 1/3 can show the logo. The rest is ugly pictures to scare people. Teenagers. Give me a break. Look, here's the deal. I can put you on actually, but I have to do it through this thing. Oh. Hold on a second. Let me try to be smart. I've learned something over the last couple of days is that when I turn, my computer is like half dead, but I can only like open up one thing at a time. But if I open up Google Hangouts or anything else, I get into trouble. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, I'll try this one. No, I can't do it because I'm with my daughter. So I'm sorry. Sorry, Lion. I can't take any phone calls right now. I got my daughter on my show. No, I'm talking to my daughter through Facebook. That's why it doesn't work. Just write something clever. Oh no, I hit 10. That means I'm going to sing Sinatra. I mean, how do I do all this? I'm multitasking here. I got 3 devices here. I'm going like crazy glue. Let me try this button. No, I can't do it. It says cannot complete call because I'm together with my daughter. Sorry. Look, I'm new at this game. I'm just a warm-up show for Holly Girl and Elle, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Okay, now I have to. Wow, I'm turning into a real. What do they call me? Vlogger? Hey, Karen. Look. There's a lot of static. Let's see what happens here. You're watching the Black Dispatch Show, the king of lo-fi. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all and I stood tall and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried. I've had my fill, my share of losing. And now as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Yes, it was my way. You're watching the Black Fish Facts Show, the king of acceptance, the king of lo-fi, live from Vienna, Austria. Welcome. This is the warm-up show for Dark Side and Harley Girl. Oh, check it out. It's going to be a great, great show. They're going to talk about whatever they want to. It's their show. And they have a great chat. So everybody, I think everybody here knows who they are anyway. So I'm going to try to run this show until my computer dies. And if it dies, then I go onto Facebook. Maybe I'll go onto the street, but I'm going to kill it at 8 o'clock Central European time. And I'm going to join the chat with everybody here on Holly and Elle's show. Now, you guys are great. No, I hit 10 for a second there. I was like, whoa. I get to sing Sinatra. Press thumbs up before you leave. Show some common decency. That's my Don Rickles joke. Look. Thank you, Reagan. He just nailed it. Elena's clapping. Thanks, girlfriend. JB says, woot. Look. My doctor, Vinny Bobots, he says, dude, man. I love it when he calls me dude, man. I was thinking to myself, you're a doctor. How can you be so cool and say, dude, man? He's like, he reminded me, he says, Blackie, remember you met me on the dark web. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot that part. Press thumbs up before you leave. I think I have to get another beer. That means I'm going to play a song. Lion King says, I already pressed thumbs up. I believe you. Now, look, this is one of my trademarks. Look, that's one. Show some common decency. That's another one. Press thumbs up before you leave. That's another one I wrote. Look, I'm a writer. Look. Buy my book. That song takes it out of me. No, Vinny Babats told me, he says, Blackie, you got to sing that song at least once a day. So thanks for the 10 people who are watching me. And hello, my lurkers. They're usually my ex-wives. You girls were great until you divorced me. Clink. Cheers from Vienna. Okay, that means I got to play some music so I can go in the other room and grab a beer. I can't take this laptop. I'm not on Facebook right now. Rachel comes in with a good one. I was singing along in the key of cats mating. That's original. I never heard that one. That's a good key to sing in, actually. No, that's a good key. Cats mating. No, this is an animal-friendly show. The show is supposed to give you smiles, and the chat is most of my show is actually the chat. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just like a platform. I'm as boring as Facebook. Okay. I offer the live stream, and you guys come in and try to be funny and stuff. Make people smile. Huh? Giving smiles is probably the best thing. Look, if you're still breathing, look, check this out. Reggie says he almost smiled. No, Atlanta, correct. That's what my doctor told me. Vinny Bombas. He says it's good for your lungs. Oh, you're talking to Reggie. Look, singing is always good for the lungs. Full stop. Okay? It's just that's a fact, Jack. Okay? I'm not good at animal. You know who's good at animal impersonations is the walrus, but she's not here, which is why I'm doing the show. She says, Blicky, Blicky, you can do a show whenever you want, as long as I'm not there. This is why my mother bought me this Samsung thing. And I walk around Vienna, not today because it's raining. And I walk around and I show the subway stations. And Rachel says now it's a full-on smile. Look, I have my own ego to take care of. You guys are in charge of your own ego. I got my ego, right? And my doctor told me, he said, Blakey, stop being so depressed. I said, how do you do that? He said, it's simple. Smile. And I said, well, how do I smile? He said, start a show. Do a comedy show on YouTube. Call yourself Blackie Fitzpatrick. And I was like, oh, okay. I tell you, he's one of the best doctors ever. Vinny Butts. He's also a heavy smoker, and he has his own show. You should Google it. Actually, I don't think he does have a show. He might. I don't know. Maybe I should change my name to Vinny Butts. God bless Rodney Dangerfield for writing that joke. Okay, I got to play some music, and I'm going to say BRB. I have to go to my go-tos. I have to play music that I wrote or whatever and all that stuff. And I know everyone's going to get bored after a while because they keep on playing the same songs. But that's just the way it is. Until I can get like really monetized and have a real show and all that stuff, I get to play my music. This is a song I wrote a long time ago. It's called Running Around This Town. It could be Vienna, it could be Boston, it could be New York, it could be anywhere, but you're running.
Every time they call you on the phone because you're not just feeling grown up, but you get even older. The sunlight shines, the shine that makes you wake up in the morning. You do push-ups before your coffee's even older. I guess that's all you as you running around this town, you're trying to feel yourself. Running around this town, running around this town, running around this town, you're trying to feel yourself. Running around this town, running around this town. Every time you call you on the phone, because you're not just feeling grown up, but you get even older. So much shine that makes you wake up in the morning. You do just before the conflict's even over. I guess that's how all is a dream. As you do without me. Running around this town, baby. You should check out the feeling, hear those sounds. Running around this town. Running around this town. Running around this town, baby. You should check out the feeling, hear those sounds. Running around this town. Running around this town. Baby, we can do anything for all the guys. You can do anything you want. Let's go outside. Running around this town. You should check out the feelings and the sounds. Just running around this town. Running around this town, baby. You should check out the feelings and the sounds. Running around this town. Running around this town. Running around this town, baby. You should check out the feelings and the sounds. Running around this town. 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 You should check out the sounds. Running around this town. Running around this town. Running around this
Running around this town. From Blackie Fitzpatrick. Actually, I call that Project Whittier. I have an idea here. Look. What do I have to do? I don't even know how to make this phone work yet. Swipe screen to unlock. I did that. I'm pressing the wrong button or something. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can do it backwards. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button again. This is hilarious. Okay, this is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Look, work. Lion King, Rick, I'm trying to call you. My thing doesn't work. Okay. I don't know how loud this is going to be. I'm going to have to turn up the volume. Yo. I can't hear you. Thanks, Joan. And we'll find each other on the. I know. Okay, I'm trying to plug you in, buddy. Okay, now you're in my speaker. Okay. I'm turning up my speakers. Oh, you're live on the Black Fitzpatrick show. We have the Lion King. Tell everybody what time zone you're in.
New York, Eastern Standard, upstate New York.
Upstate New York. Hey, that's the type of thing we like. We like thinking about maps. Hey, Rick, what, or should I call you Lion?
Call me Rick.
Rick, what's on your mind?
Oh, nothing. We were talking about certain things earlier, and the stuff that we were talking about with Anthony Bourdain. If you don't want to go down that route, I can pass on it.
Well, you can talk about it. As long as it's PG-13.
Yeah, no. I'll keep it PG-13. Well, yeah, it really can't be because we kind of went off for what we were talking about as far as the drug acts. Once you brought it.
I'm trying to turn up the sound on this mini speaker I have because you're quiet. Kiss the microphone, and I can hear you louder. Take two, Rick. You're on my show.
Yes, I know that.
Your voice is very quiet. I'm trying to figure out how I can get you louder.
I don't know why I'm quiet. I use a condenser mic, so I should not be quiet.
Hey, kiss the mic. No, I don't mean kiss it. I mean that's a music expression.
Kiss the mic. You asked me.
No, I'm sorry. I'm using music terminology. Means talk like right next to the microphone. See if it gets louder.
Yeah. Okay. Is that better?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay, so I have to be right up in it.
Yeah, kiss.
I don't know why I have to be this close, but
Elena made it. No, you need to be that loud, otherwise nobody can hear you. Elena comes up with a joke. She said he actually kissed the mic.
I did.
So kiss the mic means talk right on. Put your lips on it and talk. We don't want to hear you kissing. Elena might. She's laughing. Rick, you have the floor. You can talk about Bourdain. You can talk about whatever you want.
Well, no, we were talking about them, and as far as cooking goes, I'm actually I got the Wagyu beef tonight from Japan.
Okay, yeah, cool.
And it was very, very pricey.
Hold on a second. It's probably out of my range. You can tell on my show. How pricey was it?
Yeah, it cost me $600.
Home slice.
2 15 ounces.
Home slice. Tell me you and your girl are happy.
Well, I made it for her mother.
That's awesome. Mother's Day. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm still cooking. Well, I'm not cooking it right now. What I do is I give it a water bath.
Uh-huh.
And it takes about, I do it usually for 6 to 8 hours in a water bath at 135 degrees.
Uh-huh.
But I seal them up. I got a fruit saver, and I seal them up, and then I just put them into the water. I do that with all of my meat.
When you say meat, you're not talking about junk.
No, I'm not talking about junk.
I'm sorry, I'm using your words. That's the way I roll.
I'm sure my old lady has been tempted to do that on many occasions, but that's just not going to happen.
Hold on a second. So awesome meat. Are there flowers involved for this Mother's Day party?
Oh, no flowers. I'm just going to give her the meat.
Okay, that's cool. That's copacetic. Is it going to be served with what type of starch do we have?
I'm going to do homemade mashed potatoes.
Sweet. Do you have skin on or skin off?
Skin on, always skin on.
Yeah, thank you.
Always skin on.
Is it going to be cheddar cheese and garlic or onion powder or just salt and pepper?
Well, I was debating on making pierogies.
Uh-huh. I love pierogies.
Yeah, they're awesome. But unfortunately, my deep fryer, we don't have any more. We don't have the right oil anymore, and the oil that's in it is old. And I don't deep fry pierogies.
Old oil is bad oil.
Yeah, well, I use peanut oil, and I have a big. I have a. Basically, I can cook a 22-pound turkey in my deep fryer.
Sweet.
So.
Yeah, but you have to have good oil and fresh oil.
Yeah. I'm not.
Okay, you're not kissing the mic anymore. Now you're far away.
The oil that's in there was from last year.
That's super old, dude.
Yeah, I can't use it.
No, throw it away.
Basically, it's a pain in the butt, but and it's not that expensive, but still, it's just more money. And I already spent $600 just to get the goddamn beef sent from Japan.
Look, all you got to do is to take the potatoes. You know how to do this. I'm trying to be funny. Forget about the oil; it's bad, and then just make normal skin on mashed potatoes and chuck in some garlic powder and onion powder and too much butter. Rick, can you read the chat?
That's my music still playing.
I don't know.
Yeah, deep fryer explosions on YouTube are hilarious. JB, I actually have an indoor deep fryer I bought. It's by Butterball. Cost me about $120. But yeah, I don't have to worry about it. I've cooked for so many years. I'm not worried about explosions.
No, you mentioned earlier in the chat you've been in the business. I only been for 3.5 years in front of the house, and you were back of the house for 30 years. Did you do waitering jobs too?
I did front of the house at times, but most of it consisted of I was on the line like Anthony Bourdain, and yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot of methods. When I cook, my old lady loves it. She says it turns her on.
Okay. Here's a question I'm going to ask you because I know you know the answer. What are the ingredients for beer battered French fries, homemade?
There's many. Usually, I'll use a stout.
And what else? Tell everybody the secret. It's not just that. There's a lot of things.
Well, it depends on how you want them. Most of the time, if you're in a restaurant, usually it's just flour.
Yeah.
And milk.
Oh.
Some restaurants will want you to dip it in the egg mixture.
Uh-huh.
And then put it in the milk, dunk it in the egg mixture, and then batter it.
No.
But if you're making a beer batter, you gotta use, like I said, most of the times, most people use either the runoff, it depends on what restaurant you're using or you're at. Other times they'll just give you stout, whether or not it be a Guinness or high end is usually Guinness.
So JB's coming in. Cornstarch. What about baking powder or baking soda? Does that come into?
No, I've never used that.
What's the name of the?
As far as the starch goes, that's not really going to help you with the mixture.
Okay.
It's going to thicken it up a bit, but.
What's the name of the company that supplies most of the first-class food to the best restaurants all around America? What's the name of that company?
Cisco.
Okay, so when I worked in the restaurant business, we had Cisco grade A French fries, and I used to, pull the stuff out from the freezer and stuff, and I read the ingredients, and I was like, dude, man, to myself, I was like, man, there's tons of all this funny stuff in. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, not to interrupt you, but honestly, Cisco is garbage.
No, I said first-class restaurants. I didn't say super great.
Oh, first class. That's when it gets pricey. They don't use it. They usually go to the local butchers, or they go to, as far as meats goes, it's usually the local butchers, or local farmers and stuff for their ingredients.
Rick, when I was working as a waiter and I was analyzing, and I knew all the head chefs and stuff, and they were nice guys and stuff. And I knew everybody. And there was about 100 people working at this restaurant. It was a big restaurant. And but we had Cisco deliver the French fries. And I was like, how come you don't make it for yourself? And they were like, Cisco stuff is good enough. But
Well, see,
it was a fish. I'm sorry to cut you off. It was a fish restaurant, and they used to go to Tampa Bay every day in the morning to get the fresh fish. They went to Tampa.
Well, see, fish is a tricky matter.
Yeah. Well, this is
Whereas,
Florida.
you know,
This is Florida. So you want to get? It was famous for being a fresh fish restaurant. Okay, the Alaskan
Yeah.
the Alaskan pollock was definitely on ice.
right. Well, like I said, with fish, it's extremely tricky because you got to be able to understand how much you can sell because you don't want it sitting there, you know, for too long.
Well, no, correct. No, and it's all it's all about the profit and stuff like that. And they got the bosses telling them, telling the kitchen, the whole hustle is. But the head chef would go to Tampa in the morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning, and he would pick out the best grouper. Is the most famous fish in the West.
You get the clutch of the grouper.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they got the grouper.
Well, I used to live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, so I'm
Okay.
familiar with that.
And they used to go to Apalachicola to get the oysters, and they would handpick all this stuff from Tampa.
Oh, I hate oysters.
I don't like oysters either. Thank you. You and me, we should have a drink together, buddy. We're doing it right now.
Yeah,
Cheers from Vienna.
I used to have to shuck them. What a pain in the rear.
Thank you for your PG-13.
Yeah, I caught myself. Getting better.
Hold on a second. I want to ask my chat. JB, can you hear Rick loud and clear? I'm louder than him when I talk. Okay, we have time. So Rick, take the floor.
Okay, well, no, I'm just saying. But as far as cooking, I love doing it. But I've gotten out of the industry as far as restaurants because they become such a madhouse now between the drugs and the owners. They scream at you and all this. And I got to the point where it's like, okay, if I got this guy screaming at me, I'm going to take this frying pan and I'm going to whack him upside the freaking head.
Which is against the law. And so that's why you left. And that's a good idea. No,
I can't deal with it.
No, I saw a lot of drug use and stuff like that. But I never saw angel dust.
Then I got into the pizza industry.
Okay. I love pizza.
So I can hand toss pies.
Oh, cool.
Like literally, like not like roll them out with a rolling pin or anything like that. I can take them up and flip them around and do all of that. And I make them at home for my old lady because she loves pizza. And I told her, I was like, I'm sick of going out and getting pizza, and you're paying this much for this. I can make it for like a quarter of the price, and I can make it better than they can.
Correct.
So let's just get the ingredients, and I'll make them.
No, I'm a pizza expert. I've tried like a lot of different recipes, and I decided to go for the English butter crust, which is I don't have to raise it, but to do the twirling trick, if I'm not correct, correct me. To do the twirling trick, you have to prep it a day before. Is that correct?
Well, the thing is you can't. When you're making your crust.
Yep.
So we call them pies here in New York.
It doesn't matter. I understand you.
Okay, so when you're making it, the dough, yes, you got to give it. You want to try to at least give it 1 day to rise.
That's what I thought, and I know that because I read books about this stuff. And you gotta let it rise, and then put it in the refrigerator, and then the next day you can like twist and turn it around like crazy glue. But I did that. I did that one time, and I was like, "This is too much work." And then I found a recipe for the English butter crust, and I was like, "This pizza." And I don't have to use a rolling pin. I just do it with my hands, and I can make a pizza in like 20 minutes.
Right. Yeah, usually I just make a beer batter. I make a beer crust.
But the best thing about pizza is fresh ingredients, and when you make your own crust. But I'll be honest with you, when I make my pizzas, it costs more than the one from the store.
Well, yeah, but you're going to get better quality.
I know. Everybody loves my pizzas. They're like, Blakey, you're so great at making pizzas. So I'm the pizza party guy, and I'm good at making chicken fingers and French fries and beer batter French fries.
Yeah, chicken fingers are good. I make awesome chicken fingers. My old lady, she wants it all the time.
No. Those are my favorites. Kiwi Lover's coming in, and she says, "Happy Mother's Day to everybody."
Yep. Happy Mother's Day, Kiwi.
Clink, Kiwi.
but yeah, man, like I said, cooking's my passion, and I actually have, like I said, I have that's that steak that's getting that beef that I got. Oh my god, my old lady's mother is she's never had anything like this before.
Awesome. It's a beautiful present.
So, because she at first she kind of gave me a funny look because I told her Wagyu, and she's like, "What the hell is Wagyu?" And I had to explain it to her because I got this from Kobe province
Uh-huh.
in Japan.
Yep. That's the real stuff.
Yeah, I got it the real deal, not the American Kobe, and not the American Wagyu. American Wagyu is all right; it's not bad, but it just doesn't have the same texture or the flavor of something that comes from the Kobe province.
I believe you. In my restaurant, they came out with the Kobe hamburger sandwich thing, right?
Yeah, they
And
got those.
but they said it
They're
was,
expensive.
but they did advertise it as in the style of the Japanese. So, but it wasn't the real stuff. It was made in America.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I tried it once. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I'll take a normal hamburger, but I never had the real stuff. So you got the real stuff.
Well, the thing is it's the way you cook it. You
Yeah.
gotta bathe it. You gotta bathe it. If you don't bathe it and you just grill it like a regular steak, it kills it. So it's a process.
No, well, the process starts from the beginning. For any of my listeners who don't know what Kobe beef means, how is the process even before it comes to your house, and then you can get ready to cook it? But what's the whole? What does Kobe beef mean?
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I can't clarify that.
Okay, I know.
Right?
I was told.
I mean, it comes from the beef that they have. They only have so much of it
Yeah,
in Japan. They only put out like 4,000 units
correct.
a year, so it's hard to get. That's why it's so damn expensive.
Now, the story that I was told by my head chef at this very, very popular restaurant in Florida was that it had something to do with that when they're calves, they the good part of that they want to sell that it's massaged. You didn't hear that story?
No, I haven't heard that.
Okay.
I should actually look into this, but I don't care. I know what it is and I know what it tastes like.
No, I heard that there's certain young cows in Japan, and
Yeah.
the owners massage the bellies of whatever the good part comes from, and they massage that part like crazy glue, and that's why the meat is so tender and it has a different color.
Right. Oh, hey, JB, good luck at Wally World.
Walmart.
Don't get robbed.
See you later, JB. Bring your phone and film it.
Yeah, if you get robbed, film that stuff. Put it on for us. But yeah, I don't know if they do that. I'd have to look into that. I just thought it was a specific type of cow that they have over in Japan, and the way they do it. I don't know about the massaging.
That's what I heard.
Maybe true.
I don't know if it's true.
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't done the research. You know, I've watched some certain things on cooking channels and stuff like that about this meat, but I don't know.
No,
JB says he's still lurking.
Good. No, Rick, it's funny that I can actually keep up with you. You've been in the business for a long time. I'm a music guy, but I went into restaurants for a little bit. People are talking to me. I'm going to ask you now a personal question. Do I act and look like Anthony Bourdain?
Honestly, kind of in a misshaped form, but no. I've watched Anthony Bourdain for so many years, and I've read a lot of his books.
I never read any of his books, but I watched the shows.
You should have read some. His books are better than his shows.
I'm a writer, so I don't read anymore.
Right.
That's true.
I don't read I don't read much anymore either.
I know you haven't read my book.
No, I don't have it. I don't have it.
It's only it's like $4 now. They're giving it away right now. Amazon cut my price.
Oh, you can get it on Amazon?
Yeah, for $4. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. You send me a link on Facebook.
Blackie, go to Amazon and type in Blackie Fitzpatrick. It shows up.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll read. What's it about? I'm assuming it's about the music industry.
No, it's about everything. It's a memoir. It's the first book that I wrote, and it's just true stories about my life.
Okay. You know, I was considered doing something like that. You've never met my what's going on there? Our lady just made it.
My mom always said she wanted to write a book, and she never did. So I thought I have to do it. So I wrote a book in 2012.
Stop swearing.
PG-13, babes. PG-13, babes.
Yeah,
Hi, Blackie saying hi.
He said hi, hon.
Hi, honey. PG-13.
Yeah, just another day in my life.
Look, home slice, you're on my world. You don't have to talk to me about that stuff.
Hold on 1 second. All right. She took the wine. I got to get it back. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay, take your time, buddy. You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show, the king of lo-fi. We have Rick, which is known as the Lion King, on the show right now. We're talking about everything from Kobe beef. That's an interesting subject. To Anthony Bourdain. It sounds like everybody's hungry. I'm living in Austria, right next to Hungary. Press thumbs up before you leave. This is called the warm-up show for Harley Girl and L. And the Walrus isn't here. That's why I can do a show. Now, pretty soon I need to go to Burger King and get some food because I'm hungry. Next to Austria. No, I'm American. Look, I'm playing with words. Words play with me. When I try to think about, look, the sun is setting here in Vienna. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Back.
Okay, Rick is back. Hey, Rick, keep on talking, buddy.
If I was on Google Hangouts, you'd be able to see me grabbing the wine.
It's now officially wine o'clock in upstate New York.
All righty. Hold up. Let me get the headset on. Yeah, I got noise canceling headset rather. And yeah.
You're doing a good job of kissing the mic. So kiss the mic and everybody can hear you. You're still quieter than me.
Well, I'm trying. I don't know why I have to.
That's better. That's better.
Because my like I said, I'm running a condenser mic. I don't know. Maybe I've got it turned down for some odd reason. But I don't think I do.
I don't know.
I'm looking at it. But,
it could be on my end too. I'm using like 3 devices here to try to do a show.
Oh, right on, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not pushing blame on anybody. I don't even like the word blame.
No. Yeah, I'm not saying. She got me a pizza. I can't show it online. We're not in Google Hangouts. Okay. We got dough in the freezer. You didn't have to buy a pizza. All you had to buy was the ingredients. Sorry, I was talking to my old lady.
Yeah, I know. But we're talking to Rick right now, upstate New York.
We got somebody new in the channel.
Yeah, I know. Mods, stay away from the person. We're going to find out how it goes. I'm trying to invite new people into my show.
Oh, no, that's cool.
And when look, Mansoor? How do you say this one? Hussein.
I think it's Mansoor Hussein.
Yeah, okay. The deal, there's only two rules on my show. You're watching the Black Fitzpatrick Show, the King of Lo-Fi. I interview people. Right now I'm talking upstate New York. There's only two rules. PG-13, number one. Number two, look, my daughter might be watching. Actually, my mother's watching right now. So PG-13.
Well, yes, PG-13.
And number two,
if I can do it, you can do it.
No, you're great. JB also struggles when I have him on my show. He struggles with it. And Dean the Dancing Machine struggles with it. I'll be honest with you, I struggle with it. This is a challenge my mother gave me. She gave me a nice suit jacket. She gave me a phone that I'm talking to you with right now. And she says, PG-13. I was like, okay. Because my daughter figured out how to make YouTube and Facebook work. So I kicked it. I'm trying to pull everything down a notch. You're allowed to let it slip once in a while. That's fine. My daughter knows all the swear words. And rule number two was just be cool. This show is not political. I don't vote. This show is not religious. I'm a Christian. And that's where I start from. I don't really care. I'm not religious. I'm not political. This is a comedy show. You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show live from Vienna, Austria. Here's the first question that I have to ask my new person, Mansoor. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Where are you from? And tell us your time zone. Rick, you have the floor.
I wonder if he's still in.
I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me.
Mr. Hussein.
No, the name is suspect already, but as long as he's cool or she is cool and PG-13, then everybody's welcome into the Blackie Fitzpatrick family.
Well, if we don't get a response, then I don't know. We'll just, I guess we'll go from there.
No, shift. Rick, shift. There's a time delay. Sometimes people write books, okay? So just change the subject and keep on going with pizza or whatever.
Well, I'm getting ready to change the subject. I was going to ask you, what is your favorite comedian of all time?
Whoa, that's a good question. How much time do I have to think for an answer?
I don't know. I already know what's on my mind. Actually, I got so many, it's ridiculous.
So that's what I'm talking about. But when you said the word favorite, I have a lot.
Okay, right. But if you were to pick one out of it, what would be the first that comes to your mind as towards your favorite?
Rodney Dangerfield.
You could talk about one that when you were a kid.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Okay, Rodney Dangerfield. I figured that much. I loved him. My honest favorite is George Carlin.
Carlin is great. Or was great. You used the word was before.
Oh, I know.
Carlin is look. These are all in my top 10. Okay, now it's my turn.
Oh, so you want a top 10 now?
Yeah. Let's turn this into a game, and maybe the chat will join in.
All right.
The Don Rickles, number 2.
Don Rickles, okay.
Your turn.
Hold on one second. I just come up. Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor is super great. He's super great. I love him. Okay, my turn. Alan Partridge.
That I don't know.
English.
Oh, it's an English one?
His real name is Steve Coogan.
Steve Coogan. I've never heard of him.
He dated Kurt Cobain's wife after Kurt Cobain died. Your turn.
No, it doesn't ring a bell. That's weird.
No, Alan Partridge. Yeah, Google it. He's hard to find actually because he's very popular. But Alan Partridge, you can Google it. Your turn.
I'm surprised. I probably know it if I see it. All right, my third one. Let's see. Let's go down to. So we got George Carlin, Richard Pryor. Jesus, I'm running a blank here. Freaking alcohol. I'd like to say. Honestly, I think Dave Chappelle was good in the past.
He's one of the guys that I learned about later because I was out of the country and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, he's newer.
Yeah.
You know, for our age. But I thought he was definitely within the top 10.
No, okay, no. You can take. Look, I was out of the country and I was listening to English comedy and stuff, which will bring me back to Monty Python. Doesn't matter if it's John Cleese or anybody, but that whole crew, that whole 12 people writing comedy, Monty Python's is definitely in my top 10. Your turn. You still with me, buddy? Oh, no, don't tell me I lost you. It could be a problem on my end. It looks like we lost Rick. Oh, well. Anyway, we're talking about comedy. Looks like my chat is lost. Look, I don't even know which way is up or down. This is left, this is right. But up and down, I'm confused. I love working with technology. I don't know. I know. I'm trying to figure it out. It could, maybe my phone turned off or something like that. I have no idea. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm going to try to call you again. I'm calling you. It says connecting. Are you back? I think I hear something. Rick. This could be a bust out. Okay. Take two? Actually, this is take three.
All right, you got me back?
Okay, you're back on, buddy. Look, we're talking through satellites and stuff. Sometimes things turn off and sometimes things turn on. You're back on the Black is It Fetish show. We're talking to Rick, who is known as the Lion King. What were we talking about?
We were talking about comedians. You were the next one on the floor.
Oh, okay. Well, there's so many. I'll be honest with you. In the old days, you talked about
your head. It goes through your head, and it just comes out the other ear.
I know. When you mentioned Dave Chappelle as like one of the newer guys, I'm going to go back to the old guys, and I'm going to say, I said Monty Python's, right?
Oh, Monty Python? Yeah, but that's not really a person.
No, it's a team. It's a team of comedians, correct?
Right.
I wouldn't say like single out John Cleese or whatever. It's all.
Yeah, you got John Cleese.
No, but it's all of them together. Even to the artist and Gilliam and turn into a director and all this stuff. But the Monty Python's team.
Just nothing but a flesh wound.
No.
Goddamn rabbits.
My favorite one is the argument clinic. Do you know that one?
Oh yeah.
I came in here for an argument. All you're doing is simple contradiction. He's like, well, contradiction is an argument. I tell you, I love that one. It's my favorite one. So I would say argument clinic is brilliant comedy writing. But to go back even further, I would say,
no. Now it's my chance.
okay, go.
All right, don't put my mind on pause. Sometimes it doesn't work so well.
You have the floor.
All right. This is what I loved when I was a kid. This was a long time ago, and I used to actually have VCR tapes of them when we got our first VCR back in the very, very early, late 70s. Benny Hill.
Benny Hill was awesome. Yeah, no, Benny Hill was super awesome. And you know, I'll be honest with you, not just because he's funny, and a little bit of I'm going to use a Borat joke, but sexy time. It was really risque of what he was doing, but the part about the show that I liked the most as I got older was that he wrote it. He was one of the writers, and he made the music. He was a clarinet player. He wrote the music.
Yeah, he used to play that when the chicks were chasing the little man was chasing the chick.
No, Benny Hill's a good one. Okay, I'm going to go back even further. Groucho Marx, hilarious.
Yep, Groucho Marx. That's a good one.
Your
I
turn.
haven't seen him in a while.
He's dead. Your turn.
Well, I mean, obviously, yeah. Well, I know he's dead. Jesus.
No, I watch his stuff. I watch him when he's on Carson, on Letterman, and I analyzed a lot of Groucho Marx over the last year or so. I'm trying to be funny. I know I can never be Groucho Marx, but Groucho Marx, he had a dry sense of humor that was just brilliant. He would play with words, and it was in PG-13.
Well, that's the thing nowadays is a lot of people can't handle the dry humor. I mean, you got these chicks out there. Well, I'm not going to say multiple amount of people, but like Amy Schumer, total garbage.
Yeah, I know. I've heard her once, and she's garbage. Correct.
It's like, yeah, and this is PG-13, so I can't even say any of her jokes.
Nope.
That's how bad she is.
Correct. She's
a dysfunctional woman who thinks what she says is funny, and in all reality, it is complete garbage.
It's garbage. Yeah.
She's an insult to women, but yet she wants to act like she's a feminist.
Which she's not. She's a sexist.
Well, like I said, PG-13. There's so much I could say to you, but I can't say it to you on this channel.
No, that's fine. But you know what I'm talking about. And
no, I know 100%.
No, I've heard her once, and I was just like, she's rubbish. I don't even watch. I don't check her stuff out anymore. I saw her once.
People are laughing at this. It's like, who in the right mind is actually laughing at this?
People, the answer, Rick, is people who are brain dead.
Brainwashed and brain dead.
Correct.
It actually made some of the jokes she said. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" If I was to get up on stage and talk about myself like that and doing what she's saying, I would be hung from a tree.
I mean, Rick, there's how do I say this in the right way? The balance between pushing the envelope and being PC has got so crazy that, how do I say this in the right way? I agree with you.
I could help you on this, but I'm going to let you just spill it.
Look, I'm really good at mathematics. I'm a musician, right? And when I put one and one together,
mathematics too.
Yeah, I know. When I put one and one together, and I go, okay, I can analyze the situation. I go, oh, okay, here I'm here, and and when I listen to this stuff, I don't want to say it makes me angry, but it makes me look and go, for real? This is supposed to be humor now? It's not humor. It's pure anger.
This is what society is becoming.
It's pure anger, and I'm not going to join that world.
Oh, neither am I, but it does anger me. It would anger anybody with a right mind. Anybody with a brain would look at this and be like, what the heck is going on here?
No, that's what I look. That's my conclusion as well when I heard her stuff, and I was just like, "This is not good." Okay, is it my turn or your turn?
Oh, the next one. Let's see here. I liked Robbins.
Who?
Robbins. Another one that hung himself.
Oh, great. Oh, that guy.
Tim Robbins.
Another guy who hung himself. All these poor rich millionaires, huh?
I don't know. It's like, why would you do that? He's like, oh, he was suffering from depression. It's like, you know what? I don't wake up every morning and go, oh, it's a glorious day and do a tip dance, the tippity tap dance.
Yeah.
I wake up and say, okay, it's another day.
Correct.
That's what you got to deal with it.
Correct.
Deal with. You can't let yourself get down. I mean, yeah, it doesn't feel like the best day or whatever. But
Rick,
nothing's gonna.
Rick, the expression, which I'm going to be PC here now. The expression is be a man up. But I'm going to.
No. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm going to be PC now and say be a human. When you wake up in the morning, you're a human being and you're breathing. Thank God that you actually have a breath in your lungs. Otherwise, you'd be dead. And depression and all this stuff, I don't really look. I studied a little bit of this stuff, but you seem like as normal as anybody to me. And I don't understand why everybody says, "Oh, money will solve all my problems." Oh, but I'm depressed. Give me a break.
Money is not the cure of anything.
Correct.
I'm gonna open up for you for a second and tell you something. I have to deal with this with my old lady because she's stressed out over money all the time. And I'm like, hun, money doesn't create happiness. It's the way you view the world and what you live in and the people around you that love you. That's the only thing that matters.
Correct.
You only live once, and when you die, you don't come back.
Correct.
So just get it off your chest. But remember, when you're doing things, when you're talking to somebody and you're taking your anger out on somebody because you feel this way, it's not solving anything.
Correct. It's actually hurting. It's actually hurting them.
Yeah, you're hurting the people around you.
Not even that, because most people are protected. They're hurting themselves. It's S&M stuff.
Well,
I have defense mechanisms. I really, to be honest with you, I can't be hurt unless somebody like stabs me or something.
No, nobody can hurt me. Yes, unless I'm physically attacked.
Yeah, if it's someone putting a knife at me, then I'll block it, and that's called protection. And I do the same thing with my body and with my brain. And when I hear people attacking with words, and I'm pretty good with words, when I hear people attacking me with words, I think to myself, "You're not attacking me because I'm too smart." I'm not trying to sound like a genius or anything because I'm not. I don't even like the word genius. But I figured out one thing in life.
I think I break it down to what I call common sense.
Common sense. Thank you. And
you got to have a way to, and it's not even manipulation, but you have a way to get people to understand reality and the structure of what is going on. And I'm great with words.
I know you are. That's why you're one of my buddies. Otherwise, I would not have you on my show.
Right. I don't say that to sound conceited or anything.
No. Look, I'm on your wavelength, buddy. Trust me. That's why you're friends with me. Hey, Rick. On my side, the chat is not moved for like 10 minutes. Is it moving on your side?
No, I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, people are lurking. Hi, lurkers. They're going, oh no, Blackie's talking to Rick again.
Anyone alive?
Good, thank you. No, the last thing I saw was what you wrote, lost your volume, which means volume.
What is that? I lost my volume. Oh no, I didn't mean your volume. I meant to say volume.
No, Elena comes in. Thank you, Elena. So we actually, we're still live. You're watching the Black Dispatch show.
What's up, girl? How's it popping in Russia? What is the news from Russia?
Elena's having a fun time with her 4-day weekend. Today's the last day, so she's probably depressed that she has to go back to work tomorrow.
She's like, oh shit, I gotta go back to work. My old lady's got to go back to work tomorrow too. She's like,
I'm going back to work tomorrow, but I'll be honest with you, I'm a music teacher, and I'm looking forward to going back to work tomorrow. And Elena is also a teacher. I just learned this recently. She's an English teacher.
She's an English teacher. Well, then she has me. You know what? Hey, Elena, I got to tell you something. When I went back to college again for the second time, my second course, because I took English, the second course, and they didn't let me to go to They didn't let me to go to the next level. They started me out at 101, and I'm like, really? And I had to start at 101. So I was writing these essays. I was blowing these teachers' mind. Needless to say, I got an A+.
This is my daughter's problem. She's 8 years old, and she's getting A+ all the time. And they're like, "Why is she so smart?" It's like, because I'm in the wrong program. Move me up, not 101.
You know, they did that when I was in third grade. When I was in third grade, it's Blackie, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I left school in the beginning of fourth grade.
No, you told me that, but tell my listeners.
Yeah, so, but then I was just fully educated on my own. I did it all on my own. And I've been to college twice. I was a grad student. I was on the presidential list. Did it all on my own.
Which is why, Rick, which is why you're one of the smart guys, and which is why you know that suicide is not an option. It's actually silly.
Suicide is not an option.
You're watching the Black Perspective show.
Suicide is for fucking. Oh shit!
No, you're allowed to let it slip. That's fine. Take it back.
Suicide is because you got me on a touchy subject.
I know.
And I think suicide is for complete idiots.
Correct.
I'm sorry if a person is that. I don't even know how to explain. I can't even fathom the idea of wanting to go and do something to myself that's going to end my life.
It doesn't make any common sense. We talked about common sense earlier. It's not common sense, right?
No, that's okay. I can't go fishing anymore. I can't be with the people that I love. I can't play horseshoes anymore. I can't do all those things because, I mean, do these people understand when they actually kill themselves that they're never coming back? And if they're not a Christian, which I am, that there's a good chance if you didn't pick the religion, you might be going to hell.
I don't believe in hell, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't believe in hell, but
that's what the Bible says.
No, the Bible never uses the word hell. They use the word Hades.
Well, Hades, whatever.
Hades, where they put the trash. That means you're a loser. Look, I've read the Bible a lot. I was brought up very, very Christian.
So was I.
And
like I said, I went to Christian schools before all this happened.
Me too.
And then when I dropped out, but then I was put back in the Christian society from my father. So I used to have to go to these events all the time.
yeah, me too. My father was a pastor. My father was a pastor.
All right. So then you understand.
Yeah, I understand. I know how you grew up. Oh,
right. Hold up, sorry. I wanted to ask Elena. Hey, she says, and I'm a teacher by the background. I don't teach at school. What do you teach, Elena? If you teach English, what do you mean by I don't teach at the school?
As far as Rick, as far as I know, she has a license to teach English.
To teach at all.
Okay. I'm learning. Elena, clarify. Didn't you? I thought Elena told me that the other day, yesterday actually. I thought that you told me that you have like a piece of paper that says that you could teach, but she doesn't teach. But she's kind of like the English expert at her company or something like that.
Well, she's in Russia, and I don't know how Russia works.
I don't know either.
I've never been to Russia.
Me neither. I'm afraid to go to Russia, to be honest with you.
I wouldn't go to fucking Russia. They'd arrest me.
I'm afraid, and but I would go for Elena. That's me flirting.
Oh man, I'm trying to drink, man.
Me too. Clink. Cheers from Vienna.
I almost spewed all my freaking beer on my microphone. Not my beer, my wine. Ugh.
Okay. Elena just stopped flirting. Laugh out loud. But before she says, I have a university diploma of a teacher of English and German. That's what I was talking about. So she's licensed to be able to be a teacher.
So then why don't you use it, Elena?
Because she's too busy flirting.
Gotta get your head out of the gutter, woman.
No, she works for some company. Thank you for laughing, Elena. I love you, girlfriend. No, Elena's one of the best girls. Everybody in my chat, actually, everybody who's a Blue Ranch, she's cool. That other weird guy who showed up, he looks like he disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. I've never seen him here before.
No, I know.
Not that I'm being judgmental or anything.
No,
it's like, hey, we tried to give him more.
My goal is to get 1,000 followers. Otherwise, I can't do like a phone call and stuff and all that stuff. But
well, I'm already subscribed. I can't do any more than what I'm.
Yeah, I know. No.
I can go on and make multiple accounts. Just a budget.
Okay, I need about 850. Can you do it?
Oh crap! You know how long that's going to take me?
No, I have no problem going on to Facebook. I think. Are you on my Facebook friends too? I think you are.
Yes, I'm on your Facebook.
Yeah. No, I do the Facebook thing as well.
We're talking, you fruity fruit loop.
Oh, correct. Sorry. Look, I'm doing a show. My brain it goes into different directions.
I think that's called the alcohol.
No, it's called I need to go to Burger King.
You need to go to Burger King.
I want to get the spicy crispy chicken deal, which is $2.50 right now.
Well, you might not poop right for a week after you eat that.
I don't care. I'm doing it for the protein and the carbs.
Yep. What are you smoking?
Golden Virginia. You can't find it in America. It's an English company.
No, yeah, I can't.
It's really good tobacco, actually. It's actually from Virginia. And England owns part of Virginia. I think you know that part. And it's really like super. It's the best tobacco I've ever smoked in my life.
Any tobacco is tobacco to me. I'll smoke it.
No. I'm more of a look. I'm drinking the best. I'm drinking the best beer in the world, and I'm smoking the best tobacco in the world, and I'm having fun in Vienna. And I'm not trying to brag or anything, but it's just my life.
No, I'm just drinking my life.
That's okay. I'm going to go on Cabernet Sauvignon later.
I don't like that. Ugh.
I like that. It's strong. I like it. I like it when I get my lips get all red and stuff. It reminds me to brush my teeth.
It reminds me to brush my teeth.
It's true. And Merlot was a little bit lighter. I like Merlot. In the restaurant business, we used to call it Merlot.
Well, it would definitely be pronounced to an American as Merlot.
But no, when I was a waiter and I would go to the bartender to get my drinks for my customer, and I said, and they're like, "What do you want, Alec?" And I would say, 2 Merlots, and they were like, "Okay." So we said it as a joke.
Yeah, but to the sophisticated American, as I don't really claim to be, because I'm far from sophisticated. Yeah, I still have enough. I still have enough in me to call it Merlot.
No, look, number one, sophisticated. My mother's trying to make me sophisticated with these silly earrings. Impossible. My long hair, impossible.
Oh man, dude, I still have my piercings that I did myself when I was younger. When I was like 17 years old, I got 3 holes in my right ear, and I got 1 in my left, and I had 1 in my nose, and then I did a tongue piercing. Tongue piercing's fun.
And I never did the tongue thing. That's did it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt at all.
Ugh. For me, I'm squeamish. So for me,
no, it doesn't. It doesn't hurt at all. The only thing that's going to hurt you when they put the clamps on.
Look, I know now. Look, you're younger than me. Look, I got a tattoo. That was like a big deal in the old days, and I was the first guy in my high school to get piercings and stuff. And
well, if you were to see me on Google Hangouts and you ever went live with me, like really, really live, I've got tattoos all over.
No, you're younger than me, so it's all different.
But, I'm not that much younger.
You're 45. Home slice. I'm 50.
Yeah, you got 5 years on me.
No, we're the same generation, but I was the first guy in my high school to get piercings, and everyone called me a faggot, and that's PG-13. And I pierced my right ear first, but I didn't do it myself. I had my girlfriend did it for me, right? With ice cubes and a safety pin. Okay.
Do you know the first piercing I ever got, or not the first piercing, but the first tattoo I ever got? I was with my mother's child, or my girlfriend, who had my kid. Okay, not at that time, but when we first hooked up, I put her, and I can still see them to this day. I put her initials on my pinky, on my left hand.
Very nice.
And then the ring finger on my right.
Very nice.
And I did it myself.
Prison style.
Yep, basically. Do you know how I did it?
Tell me.
Okay. You know the old cassette tapes?
Yep.
We used to have?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I took it up and I heated it up on a piece of cardboard. And I melted it on the cardboard.
Dude, man. Keep talking.
And then what I did is I got soap. I got like hair soap. And I put it in a little container. And I scraped off the burnt tar from the cassette tape.
Keep talking.
Into the container, and then I stirred it up until it was black. And then I took a needle and I tattooed myself with it. That was my ink.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. It's pretty hardcore, isn't it?
I know, but I can't believe it's still there. It's like, holy crap. And I did it several other times. I got one on my chest from it, and I used the same method.
How old were you when you did it the first time?
The first time I did it, I was 18.
Okay, good. That's a legal age to tattoo. So you didn't break any laws.
No, tattooing myself. I didn't care if I was 16. I just wasn't with her, so I didn't think about it.
No, I got my tattoo when I was 19 because getting tattoos in Massachusetts is against the law.
Yeah, but if you do it yourself, who's going to stop you?
No, I went to Rhode Island. I went to Providence, Rhode Island, and I went to I saw this newspaper article in the Boston Globe, and they were like, this guy is the best. He was covered in tats, and I went to this guy, and I only have one tattoo. It took 20 minutes, and it looks like a prison one because it's super old school in the 80s, and and it hurt. It didn't feel. And I told myself, I remember when my daughter was born. My daughter's 8 years old. And I thought to myself, I should get a tattoo of, or at least my daughter's name is Veronica. I thought maybe I should get the letter V tattooed, somewhere in my body, right? And then I thought to myself, it hurts. And so
It doesn't hurt.
It hurt me. Look, when I got my tattoo, it hurt. It was like,
oh man, if you seen my tattoos, you'd be like.
Okay, look, for the record, Rick, you're tougher than me.
No, toughness is nothing. It's just
No, it hurt. It hurt my skin. It was like
yeah.
It was like it was like a drill of tons of razor blades electrocuted going into my skin, and at the end I said I wanted to have blue and yellow as part of the color. He said the color doesn't hurt that much, and I was like, oh, it still hurts. No, I didn't cry. I was tough. I didn't cry.
I'm starting to think you're a pansy.
Okay.
I'm not saying that to be mean, man.
No. Look. No, I'm proud to say this.
Earlier, and you made a comment to me, and you said, "Man up."
I know. No, I did. When I was at the tattoo parlor in Providence, Rhode Island, I manned up. I didn't shed a tear. But internally,
like you were getting a. Okay, I know it's PG-13, but I have to say this. Can you give me one pass?
Depends on what bomb you want to drop.
Okay, I'll say it nicely. You did not get a tattoo on your wiener.
No. It's on my left arm. My biceps. I did
I have a tattoo on my wiener.
I've seen some guys like that. Look, I hang out at the nude beach here in Vienna, and I always think to myself, I would never do that.
I did it once I did it by accident.
How do you get a tattoo on your wiener by accident?
Because I was freaking fruited on all kinds of things. And I had tattoo friends.
Okay, here's a joke for you on the same subject. Everybody knows Winnie the Pooh. You know Winnie the Pooh, right?
Of course. Who doesn't know Winnie the Pooh?
Okay, a buddy of mine. He's actually a famous rock star in England. Most people in America don't know the group, but the group is called Voice of the Beehive. He's one of my Facebook buddies, and Martin. We were at rehearsal one day in London, and he says, "Does anybody want to see poo on my butt?" And I was like, "Huh?" And he pulled down his trousers a little bit, right? It was on his upper left cheek of his butt.
Yeah, they call them tramp stamps.
Yeah, and it was a tattoo of Winnie the Pooh. And I said, Mofo, why'd you do that? And he says, because I wanted to let everybody know I have poo on my butt. And I said, how drunk were you? He said, I was sober when I did that. And I was like, dude, man, you're a nut job. You're a nut job. He was an ex-heroin addict, actually.
Hold up, Alina Dean Machine, hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Dean.
Lena, an interesting fact. American women almost don't wear earrings because somebody told them that it can harm somehow. But they're all covered by tattoos.
Correct. No, that's true. You don't see
what society is doing this?
Oh well, I don't know. Look, I've only been back to America a couple of times. I left America when I was 22. Every girl was wearing earrings, but nobody had tattoos. And then when I came back to America 10 years later, all of a sudden it was all about tattoos and not about earrings. So I think there's some truth to that.
Well, no, actually, it's gotten worse with earrings.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at my face.
They're getting them stuck in their lips.
I know,
On the side of their cheeks.
Yeah, I know.
They're getting them stuck in their forehead.
I remember in the 80s.
Holy freaking crap! What the hell are you people thinking? And then they're getting the earrings, and then they enlarge their ears, and they get like these big circular things.
Yeah, no.
Stuck in their ears, and it's like
that's supposed to be some like African tradition or something like that.
It's like
I know. They make their ears bigger, and I remember. Here's a story for you before I close out the show because I need to go to Burger King, and I want to watch Dark Side Harley Girl and Elena's. Elle's show. But when I was younger in the 80s, it was, did you ever see any of this? People like to put safety pins through their forearms, through the skin.
Yeah. I remember that.
And I dated one girl. She did that, and I was like, girlfriend, what are you doing? And she's like,
all right.
No, she says it's called self-mutilation.
Well, yeah. Well, the emos started to create that.
Yeah. And I was like, girlfriend, doesn't it hurt? She says, yes, but I like it. And then I realized that I'm not part of that community.
Yeah, the emos started to do that.
Safety pins to the upper forearm? Disgusting.
They were sticking them everywhere.
They said it's safe. And I'm like, I'm not doing that stuff. Okay, I got a tattoo and I have 3 piercings. But the tattoo on the Schwanzstücke, okay, whatever. I saw one guy at the new beach here in Vienna, and I was like, whoa, that's gotta hurt. You're telling me it doesn't hurt?
Well, they fire it up and then they pierce it. I've seen it done. I'm like, you people are freaking insane. But then again, I wasn't the smartest kid. Well, I mean, I was, but I wasn't.
No, you're more street. You said the word common sense before. I used the word street smart, but it's the same thing. And everything balances off of the word called logic. But logic tells me that, Rick, I'm going to say bye-bye to you. Give me a proper sign-out. You got 1 minute.
All right. I got 1 minute. Okay, I'll give a story. When I was 17, was it 17 or was it 17? No, actually, this was when I was 19. I had pierced my nose, and then I had an earring with a chain hooked to my nose. And yeah. Then I moved in with somebody's family, and they looked at me like I was insane. And then I finally realized that this might not be a good way to go.
That's why you're still, Rick, that's why you're still alive.
So, yeah. But anyways, hey, D-Machine, don't give a thumbs down with the Band-Aid. Yeah, it looked like that. But, everybody, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Mother. And, everybody have a good, happy Mother's Day. I know my old lady's mother's going to have a good day. And, lo and behold, just so everybody knows that I'm not sure if people do know this, but her mother had a brain tumor, and she had radiation, and she came back good from it.
Sweet.
So she's still kicking.
Sweet.
But with that being said, those are my final words, and I hope everybody has a great holiday, which is what I consider it. And I will add another thing to this. it's funny that society is actually attacking Mother's Day, and this is an insight. They want to ban Mother's Day and say it's sexist, and they say it's sexist against transgenders and all these other people who act like this.
No comment.
You do have a comment, then that would extend your video, and it would deter you from getting your Burger King.
Correct. Thanks. Look, we're talking to the Lion King, also known as Rick from upstate New York. Press red.
Everybody hit the like button.
Peace and love from Vienna, buddy. Okay?
All right, man. Peace out. I'll see you again.
You're watching the Dr. Fitzpatrick Show, the king of lo-fi.
Sunlight goes down every day. That's when the lady starts to play. She has a lot of ways to hide. Someone will help her to decide. The dance is on, she's having this parade. Music's played, robbers start to fade. Why can't this night ever end? Seems like she could really use a friend. Baby says it's alright. Baby says the night's so nice. She won't never back down. It's too late. Baby says it's alright. Baby says the night's so nice. She won't never back down. It's too late. It's too late. Trash out, the room begins to spin. Looks like tonight she cannot win. Holding on, she cries and almost dies. Realize that they'll begin to cry. Maybe it says it's alright. Maybe it says tonight's the night. She will never back down. It's too late. Maybe it says it's alright. Maybe it says tonight's the night. She will never back down. It's too late. It's too attention. With you discuss next by a mosquito. She won't give up, she won't back down. Mosquitoes flying all around. The taxi driver smiles and says, get in. Baby thinks her home is not the end. Sometimes we all gotta take a stand. Something to do, we never see the plan. Baby says it's alright. Baby says tonight's the night. She won't never back down. It's too late. Baby says it's alright. Baby says tonight's the night. She won't never back down. It's too late. 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 It's too late.